Yeah, hey everyone, this is Kelvin, and this is episode 54 of Res Metal Podcasts. On this episode, I talk with members of the band Warpath. Warpath are a band based out of San Diego, California, and members come from the Vermin Band of Mission Indians and Ipe Nation of St. Isabel, tribal nations of California. I spoke with the band at the Gathering of Nations powwow in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And if there's any listeners that are not aware, Albuquerque hosts the largest powwow every year, but this is the first time the powwow was held since 2019 due to the pandemic. And also, a powwow is a gathering event for Native people to kind of meet, dance, socialize, and just honor Native American cultures of all tribes. So Warpath was scheduled to play Saturday evening, and I was able to schedule an interview with the band before sound check. We talked a little bit before sound check, and then again after they performed. So I went ahead and recorded some live songs during their set, and I will play them in between the part 1 and part 2 of the interview. So I hope everyone enjoys this episode. Be sure to follow Warpath on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and stream all their music on digital platforms. Also visit warpathnation.com for more info and updates. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play the first part of the interview, then go into some of their live songs, and then after part 2 of the interview. All right, check it out. All right, I'm with Warpath, band based out of San Diego.
That's right.
You guys mind giving yourselves a quick introduction?
I'm Dino Suna. I'm the drummer.
I'm Harrison Whitecloud. I play lead guitar and background vocals.
I'm Chance Perez. I do lead vocals and guitar.
I'm Danny Trujillo, and I play bass.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks again for talking to me, guys. And we're here in Albuquerque at Gathering of Nation, and you guys are going to play tonight, so appreciate the time. Just a little quicker, or a little further introduction. Can you tell me like where you guys are at and kind of like your tribal background?
Well, Danny and I were from the Vermin Band of Mission Indians out in San Diego.
And Chance and I are from San Isabel, California, the Digueño. What is it? Ipe Nation?
Yeah, Ipe Nation of San Isabel.
Nice. And how did you guys get on the Stage 49 show here at Albuquerque?
Who did you talk to?
We talked to Melissa a while back, and we were supposed to be on the bill 3 years ago. So this whole Gathering of Nations is 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years ago. So this whole Gathering of Nations is a replication of that set, and we're here for that. We can't wait.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then you guys and I believe Graves of the Monuments are going to play tonight. The other
Right after us,
the other heavy act. Did you guys catch the bands last night? I think it was Under Exile and 6 Million Dead.
I did not.
Yeah, I wasn't here. Were any of you guys?
We didn't get a chance to get over. We're taking care of all kinds of other business, getting ready for today.
Did you catch him?
I've seen them in other settings, but yeah, they're sick. Under Exile, they're local around here in Albuquerque, and then 6 Million Dead, they're out of the Phoenix area. I believe they're like Gila River, Pima.
Yeah, these are really cool names.
Yeah, they're badass.
Oh, I believe it.
Just going back into the formation of Warpath, when did the band start?
Technically 2014, we had gotten together, Dean Harrison and I, after a previous metal project that Harrison and I were to play in, and Dean was managing at the time. And we all got together in 2014, and that's when our first song was written, so I guess that's when you start the clock there.
Okay. Yeah, there's a Mountie or police guys on horseback. Going
Horseback.
by, right? Horseback. But when you guys formed, what were kind of like some of your early influences or inspirations?
Pantera.
Yeah, Pantera, Slipknot, Korn. I mean, basically any like big metal band.
Other stuff, kind of like say like Avenged Sevenfold and Bullet for My Valentine, as far as like the riffage goes, like As They Lay Dying as well.
And then you got the guitar players over here. They're listening to stuff like Chon and what's the name of that other band?
Polyphia.
Just stuff like that, because they're into that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I can definitely hear like kind of like the melodic like thrash and groove influence with the band. One thing that kind of caught my eye, just kind of looking up the band, is just the band's like look. You guys have like the war paint. How did that come about?
Dean has always worn war paint like, since the beginning, and then we just kind of decide, as you said, or as we said earlier, with our influences being Slipknot, you know, how they change their masks every album. We decided we wanted to go out and change our war paint every album, and just kind of have that keep going and keep things interesting in that way.
Yeah, the bigger thing too was like, there's not a lot of all native metal bands out there, and when you're in show business, you kind of want to stick out from everybody else, and that was just the perfect opportunity to stick out from everybody else.
I mean, you walk into Denny's afterwards with your war paint still on, man. It sometimes it's hilarious, you know. You'll have the dude in the diner there, you know, and just have him stop, just like, whoa, he's definitely tripping already, you know, and it's just, I can see it in his eyes. It was kind of hilarious. That was the last show we had. Yeah. Stopped at Denny's. He's all.
They don't trip on me anymore when I go into my local liquor store after a show. And every time I walk in there to get booze or where I go home, I'm still wearing paint and shit. He's kind of used to it now.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess when you guys first started, like, did you guys just play in like the South, like Southern California area, or have you guys been able to expand more?
Well, we've been playing in, we've done a couple of tours up the coast, where we play in areas like Napomo and like Crockett, around the, like, that's kind of like around the San Francisco area, but all on the way up to Oregon, which is where, you know, those are our people up there. The Oregon chapter of the Warpath Nation is so loyal, and they just watch everything that we do. They're definitely for us.
We even have a couple people out from that area coming out to watch us today.
Yeah.
Isn't Leon's playing out, right?
Yeah, that's badass. Did you guys ever play out here in the Albuquerque, or?
This is our first time being out east.
Yeah, this is our first time making it east. That's right.
Yeah,
we never, like, the whole time we never have. We just only gone north and kept pushing up that way, up the coast.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm from the Navajo area, but there's just like tons of like metal fans and like bands all over, kind of just spread out over the entire like, you know, reservation. So I'm sure, like, you know, you guys would have a pretty big turnout if you guys ever play out there.
Yeah, it's pretty prevalent, you know, the metal out here. And
what I was gonna say is like the Gojira show.
Sticking to their set times.
Right. That Gojira show that I'd gone to with Deftones, I showed up, and it was just like striking how many Indians were there in one place, because besides being at a powwow, you know, out in Southern California, every now and then you run into somebody from, you know, a res in your area, but out here, like, this place is thriving with, you know, Native Americans, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I think Albuquerque, like, I mean, I'm from Arizona, but I feel like Albuquerque is just more welcoming to like Native people, and even like you know, the artwork and like the jewelry, and, you know, people, you know, people with long hair, you know, they're everywhere. But I feel like in Arizona it's kind of more suppressed. I think it's just being I guess historically Arizona is like a conservative state, blue state, so maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, I feel like Albuquerque is just like, you know, full of like, you know, support for like Native artists.
Oh yeah.
And then you guys have an album out, streaming. It came out in 2019. Like, how's the response been? I mean, it's been I guess it's been a few years now, but what's been the response?
It's pretty interesting. So, being in that pool, it can go two ways. You know, you can either blow up, or you just kind of slowly have some people kind of find you. But these people are from all over. As a matter of fact, the other band named Warpath over in Germany, you know, found our stuff, probably because it was linked to their stuff. Yeah, that was kind of an issue that we had putting that out there. A lot of the online stuff kind of got attached.
But now when you do a search for Spotify, we come up now as the top search for Warpath. And all the different Warpaths are named on Spotify now. So the streams have been coming in pretty good, and more monthly listeners, and we have a single out we did a year ago or something. It's an acoustic single that's starting to get a lot of really good momentum, being played out a lot.
Awesome. And do you guys have any like new like releases coming out, like albums or EPs?
Absolutely. We have Lake of the Dead, which we had all finished up, but just we kind of ran out of time in getting it prepared for this show. It's the latest single that's going to be out, followed by an EP of what, 3 or 4 songs?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, something like that. Probably late summer.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I have been finding a lot of new bands ever kind of since the pandemic. So you know, this is I'm really looking forward to digging deeper into the Warpath, you know, future catalogs. And I was just curious, like, have you guys ever played a show at a powwow before?
We have played
a gathering. We played a gathering.
The gatherings.
Yeah, like
Not the powwow. The gatherings are a little different. There's traditional, like down where we're from, we do a lot of bird, and that's kind of the high point there. It's not the Southwest powwow, you know, the drums and the dancing and all that. It's more for hand games, the peon games and all that. So yeah, we've played at those, but never at a powwow, and never at the country's largest powwow.
this is a, like, I want to say the only place that has concerts while the powwow is going at the same time, which is pretty incredible. It really gives, like, us being an all Indian band, we've been able to grow a lot within Native communities, because, like, you know, that's just a thing. If I was a non-musician and saw an all-Native metal band doing their thing, like, I would more than likely be a fan instantly.
Right.
Awesome.
You mind if we wrap this up after?
Oh yeah, no
gotta
problem.
get
Yeah, I would really appreciate you
Well, maybe
guys
just
talking.
afterwards, if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I did. Looking forward to you guys' set, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right. right, I'm back with Warpath. They just killed it on stage 49 at the gathering.
That was fun.
Yeah, how was the overall vibe of the show?
Well, absolutely amazing to look out in the crowd and see our people, Warpath Nation, new fans, and people who were in our community. Was absolutely a jolt of energy. I mean, it's surreal.
I remember looking out at the crowd and everybody just had smiles and were rocking. See kids up there coming up, and one point went down and gave a pic to a little gal down there and rock it out. It was really cool, man. See the little guys jamming out.
It's always great. It's always great to see new faces out there, and you know, you feel that energy coming to you when they're having a good time. You know, even people that are standing out there mad dogging you or something like that, you know they're vibing.
They're vibing. No, they're vibing.
They still like it, even if they don't like it.
Oh, they like it. They
it.
pretend
Oh, yeah.
like they don't.
It was good.
Yeah, no, people. There's like a bunch of like a variety of like music going on right now. I don't know what's going on right now, but
It's a reggae type band, I think.
okay.
Native Roots.
Native Roots.
Okay.
Native Roots.
And I think they got like a country band, so I don't know.
They do have a country band going on last.
That's cool.
So yeah, just if you want to do a two-step,
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
yeah.
They're not native either.
I really dig the vibe of how welcoming everybody was to the metal. Even these people out there, it didn't really seem like they were sitting there bobbing their head and stuff like that. So it was a very positive response.
Yeah, I know. Like growing up going to powwows, I know just a lot of mostly people into hip hop and country. Like I never really been to a powwow where there's like a metal show. So
Metal
that's
scene
really cool.
almost,
Starting to see that more often though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
growing up,
accepted.
I never heard of like a native metal band, and it was always like a frowned upon thing. Like I remember my grandma, she was telling me, she was like, hey, when you're around your grandpa, because he's just sacred, full on sacred.
Oh, man.
The guy can put up a teepee by himself, and I don't know how he does it, but he does it. But I remember she was telling me, she's just like, yeah, don't wear your metal shirts around your grandpa, because I don't know how I'll feel about it. It probably might make him upset or something.
Oh yeah.
But nowadays it's
Different
like
time, yeah.
nowadays my grandma is like, hey, when are you guys playing? You know what I mean?
We're coming to see you guys.
Yeah. I'm curious, was your family or in the crowd or
Oh,
here?
absolutely.
I had most of my family in the
His
crowd.
mom and his dad and his sisters, cousins.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and all of our cousins, a lot of our cousins were here. My full family, my wife, my kids. You got to bring them to those.
I left the old lady at home.
I didn't. I brought her and the kids.
Awesome. Yeah. And I was curious, do you guys have any like upcoming shows? Any live appearances coming up?
Rivera Fest, Oregon.
Oh, really?
July.
Okay.
Third week in July.
Awesome. Oh, I wish I could go out there.
Yeah,
I've
you
always
should
wanted to be in Oregon. Go to Oregon.
Definitely come to Oregon. It's a 3-day. Well, it was 3 days last year.
Yeah.
I think he's doing 2 days this year again. He's doing Friday and maybe he's doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Fly
But-
up, party it up, fly back down.
Yeah, we were talking about those guys earlier, and like I think San Diego, their metal scene really conditioned us for the people that aren't gonna be as they're not gonna show you how excited they are, and they're not gonna show you how much they like their music. They're just kind of gonna stand there, and
San
and
Diego.
and it makes you work harder to impress people. But when we went up there after working our asses off in San Diego, it was like the gates of heaven open as far as like, you know, these fans and expressing their love for our music. It was a really gratifying experience going up there for the first time.
Kind of like a lot like tonight.
Absolutely.
A lot like that. It was a very great reception from the people. They really
Yeah.
came out to hang out with us and take
Yeah.
a lot of pictures, and more pictures we've ever taken for any show.
Yeah.
tonight.
You guys had a big
That's true.
line for to get pictures. Yeah, that was
That's
cool.
Getting the word out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, you guys get some new fans tonight.
Oh, definitely. And there was one fan here. Her name's Winona, and she's been following us for a long time. And when she got the word that we were going to be here at Rivera Gathering of
49,
Nations, she came down. She was here at like 4 o'clock. She saw me first, and she's like, "Oh my God!" She knew who I was. I didn't know who she was, you know. And then she told me who she was, and then I saw her like 5 or 6 times throughout the evening, and she was just the biggest fan I think we have out there. You know what I mean? There's a bunch. That's a bold statement, but she was just there in the moment, loving it, and we loved it back. And it was just one of those things where you're like, man, this is why we do it. this is what we do it for. You know what I mean? And it just gave me that feeling, and I love all of our fans, our new ones and our old ones, our family members, all of them. That's Warpath Nation.
Hell yeah. And as far as like I don't know, just I guess future plans. You guys mentioned that you have like a new song and a EP coming out. Like how soon would that be again?
I would say,
as far as the single goes, we have a single coming out that should be out in probably a few weeks, a month or something. It's kind of wrapped up in production. As far as like recording anything else new, it might have to be sometime down the road for that one. But there's a new song coming out.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we'll have that. That'll be put out on warpathnation.com on our website, all our social media, Warpath Officials, our social media for Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. And how else can people support as far as like, you know, buying music or merch?
All of our music's on Spotify, all the streaming platforms, Apple Music, all that stuff. You can get all of our songs on there, and all of our music is on our website as well. If you want to sample it and take a listen to, and/or see all the music videos that we've recorded and lyric videos that we recorded. So.
Yeah, and then sorry.
Another way you could do that is just by telling your friends and your family members and anybody who you think might like us.
Hit us up on the Facebook page or the website. If you want something, we'll send it out to you.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just saw the email address and I emailed you guys, and you guys are really quick to respond, so that was awesome.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I gotta respond to this guy now.
Right on. That's perfect.
And then as far as like booking, like, do you guys book your own shows, or do you guys have
generally we book our own shows? We'd like to get into a situation to where we didn't have to, and maybe got picked up on a small tour or doing that route. But for the most part, we do everything ourselves, except the merch now. But we used to do that ourselves, but book ourselves. We travel. We do all the. This time was great because they were selling merch for us. Yeah. We're usually, the roadies are usually back there. After we get done playing, we're back there. So. Yeah.
Well, as a band, we're pretty self-sufficient. We record all our own stuff in our own studios. We put out our own merchandise. We book our own shows. So right now we're very self-sufficient until we start turning enough heads and people like label backing will be like, hey, maybe that's something worth investing in us. But as long as we start kicking ass and doing what we did tonight, that might eventually turn some heads in the industry.
Also, Danny and I, we're both producers. So if anybody's listening from San Diego, LA County area, hit us up, man. We'll get you something good to release for your fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, these guys are top notch, both certified, both have stellar equipment.
Awesome. And then I'm getting close to the end of my questions, but is there any like local bands from your area that you would want to turn on to listeners?
Sleeping Faceless.
Yeah, Sleeping Faceless, man.
And Danny recorded Sleeping Faceless.
Yeah, they're an upcoming new metal band in San Diego. Good friends of ours that we've been pushing out there, and they're trying to make their own way and do it. They're having a nice little turnout. I mean, people are starting to come out and see them. They're starting to turn heads, which in turn has given us fans because they're bringing out a lot of people. They see us and we work with them, so it's kind of a mutual respect there. But
awesome. Yeah, check out Sleeping Faceless. All right. But that's it. Thanks again for letting me talk to you guys even after you guys performed.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, man.
My pleasure, for sure.
Yeah, everyone check out Warpath.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.